We live in a world that constantly demands noise, social media, opinions, distractions. Everywhere, someone is telling you what to do, how to think, and who to be. But let me tell you something. True power, true mastery, true success come when you learn to embrace silence. 1. Silence is the gateway to mastery. Silence is one of the most underrated yet powerful tools for personal growth, success, and mastery. In a world that constantly demands our attention and reaction, the ability to remain silent gives you an edge that few understand. Most people believe that to prove themselves, they must speak more, argue more, and be the loudest voice in the room. But the truth is, those who truly master their craft, their emotions, and their impact on the world know that silence is where real strength lies. When you stay silent, you create space for learning. Every time you speak, you are reinforcing what you already know. But when you listen, you open yourself to new knowledge, new perspectives, and deeper understanding. The most intelligent and successful people in the world are not those who talk the most, but those who listen the most. They absorb everything around them, people's words, behaviors, emotions, and even what is left unsaid. They take in information before making decisions, giving them a significant advantage over those who speak first and think later. Staying silent also allows you to observe and process information at a deeper level. When you listen instead of immediately reacting, you see patterns that others miss. You begin to understand how situations unfold, how people behave, and what strategies work best. Whether in business, relationships, or personal development, those who take the time to remain silent and study their environment naturally rise to the top. They don't waste their energy on unnecessary battles or meaningless conversations. Instead, they focus on what truly matters, allowing them to move with precision and certainty. Beyond external mastery, silence also leads to internal mastery. The mind is constantly flooded with thoughts, worries, and distractions. When you allow yourself to embrace silence, you train your mind to slow down and function with greater clarity. In silence, you gain control over your emotions, your impulses, and your decisions. Instead of being reactive, you become proactive. Instead of responding with emotion, you respond with wisdom. This level of self-control is what separates those who struggle from those who succeed effortlessly. Another critical element of silence is the power of mystery. When you are constantly speaking, people know exactly what you think, how you feel, and what you're going to do next. But when you remain silent, you become unpredictable. You keep people guessing, and that unpredictability gives you power. People respect those who don't reveal everything at once. They are drawn to those who carry themselves with quiet confidence rather than loud insecurity. Silence commands attention because it forces others to pay closer attention to you. Mastery is not about how much noise you make, but about how much control you have over your mind, your emotions, and your actions. The ability to stay silent is a skill that, when mastered, leads to greater wisdom, influence, and success in every area of life. 2, clarity comes in stillness. Clarity is something most people chase their entire lives but rarely find. They search for answers in conversations and advice from others, in books, in noise. But true clarity doesn't come from adding more, it comes from subtracting. It comes from stepping back, getting quiet, and allowing the answers to emerge rather than forcing them. When you are constantly engaged in talking, reacting, and filling every moment with sound, your mind becomes cluttered. Just like a muddy pond that gets stirred up, the more you move, the less you see. But when you allow things to settle, when you embrace silence, everything becomes clear. Most people don't realize how much of their confusion is self-created. They overload themselves with information, with opinions, with distractions, and then wonder why they can't make a decision or see the right path forward. When you're always consuming, always talking, always responding, you don't give yourself the space to think for yourself. Silence provides that space. It is in silence that the mind finds clarity, that the essential becomes obvious. It is where you stop being influenced by the noise of the world and start hearing the wisdom that has always been inside you. When you practice silence, you develop a deeper connection with your intuition. Instead of looking for external validation, you begin to trust yourself. Instead of second guessing, you start to recognize the patterns, the signals, and the gut feelings that have always been guiding you. The people who seem to make the best decisions, who always know the right move to make, aren't lucky. They are tuned in. They have learned to quiet the noise and listen to what truly matters. They don't rush. They don't react impulsively. They allow the answers to come naturally because they have created the mental space for them to emerge. This ability to embrace silence and let clarity unfold naturally is what separates those who struggle from those who thrive. The more you resist the urge to force things, to fill every moment with words and actions, the more aligned your decisions become. When you stop chasing answers and start allowing them to come, life begins to flow in a way that feels effortless. Opportunities that seemed hidden before suddenly become visible. Solutions that once felt impossible now feel obvious. The people, the circumstances, and the resources you need start showing up, not because you fought for them, but because you created the space for them to appear. Silence isn't emptiness. It's a powerful tool that allows you to see what has been there all along. Breath energy speaks louder than words. Energy is a force more powerful than words, and those who understand this wield an influence that is undeniable. People may not always remember what you say, but they will always remember how you make them feel. This is why some individuals can enter a room and immediately command attention without uttering a single word. Their presence alone carries weight. Their energy is felt before they even speak. This is not accidental. It is the result of inner mastery, of cultivating an energy so strong that it does the speaking for them. Most people rely on words to prove their worth, to explain themselves, to convince others of their value. They believe that talking more will make them more important, more influential, more respected, but true power doesn't work that way. The more you speak, the more you dilute your presence. The more you explain, the more you reveal uncertainty. The people who are truly confident, truly influential, don't need to over-explain, over-persuade, or overcompensate with words. Their energy carries the message for them. The key to developing this kind of presence is to stop trying to force it. Many people try too hard to appear confident, to be liked, to be noticed. But energy doesn't work like that. You don't project confidence by talking about it. You exude it by embodying it. When you are deeply grounded in yourself, when you trust in who you are without the need for external validation, people feel that. It's in the way you carry yourself, in the way you move, in the way you hold eye contact without fear, in the way you remain calm when others are reactive. This kind of silent strength is rare, and because it is rare, it is magnetic. Another aspect of this is learning to be comfortable in silence. Most people rush to fill silence because they fear it. They feel awkward, exposed, uncertain. But those who are truly powerful embrace it. They understand that silence creates space for others to lean in, to pay attention, to feel the weight of their presence. They don't fear quiet moments in conversation because they know that what isn't said is often just as powerful as what is. They don't rush to respond because they understand that the most impactful words come from a place of certainty, not desperation. Your energy is always speaking, whether you realize it or not. It is shaped by your thoughts, your emotions, your self-perception, and your ability to stay centered in a world that constantly tries to pull you in different directions. When you master your energy, you no longer need to rely on words to prove your worth. People will feel it the moment you step into the room. Or patience brings the best results. Patience brings the best results. Patience is a skill that few truly understand, yet it is one of the most powerful forces in achieving success and fulfillment. In today's fast-paced world where everyone wants instant results, instant gratification, and immediate success, the ability to wait and allow things to unfold naturally has become a rare and valuable trait. Most people struggle because they are constantly forcing things, trying to push their way forward, attempting to control every outcome. But when you learn to embrace patience, you begin to see that the best things in life come not when you chase them aggressively, but when you position yourself properly and allow them to arrive in their own time. There is a difference between taking action and forcing results. Many people believe that to achieve their goals, they must constantly be in motion, always doing something, always trying to make things happen. But action without alignment is just wasted energy. If you are digging in the wrong place, it doesn't matter how hard or how fast you dig, you still won't find gold. Patience allows you to step back, assess, and make the right moves at the right time instead of blindly rushing forward. It gives you the ability to let things develop naturally without unnecessary stress or pressure. One of the biggest reasons people fail is because they quit too soon. They get impatient. They plant the seed, but don't give it enough time to grow. They expect immediate results, and when they don't see them, they assume they've failed. But success, whether in business, relationships, or personal growth, is like nature. It follows its own timing. You cannot rush a tree to grow, just as you cannot rush mastery, wealth, or meaningful achievement. The greatest successes often come to those who understand the power of waiting, refining, and persisting through the quiet seasons when nothing seems to be happening. Patience is not passive. It does not mean doing nothing. It means knowing when to act and when to wait. It means trusting the process and having the discipline to stay the course, even when results aren't immediately visible. Those who achieve long-term success are the ones who resist the temptation to rush. They don't panic when things take time. They don't get frustrated when progress seems slow. Instead, they trust in their preparation, their efforts, and the natural timing of life. And because of this trust, they always find themselves in the right place at the right time, ready to seize the moment when it arrives. 5. Those who listen win. Listening is one of the most underrated skills in life, yet it is the foundation of success in business, relationships, and personal growth. Most people believe that talking is what makes them influential, that the louder they are, the more they will be heard. But the reality is, those who listen, those who truly understand before they speak, are the ones who hold the greatest power. They are the ones who see opportunities others miss, who build deeper connections, and who make the smartest decisions. Most conversations are not about understanding. They are about waiting for a chance to respond. People listen just enough to reply, but not enough to actually comprehend. This is why so many people struggle in relationships, in negotiations, and in leadership, because they are too focused on what they want to say rather than on what is actually being said. But when you become the person who truly listens, who absorbs every word, every emotion, and every unspoken detail, you gain an edge that few possess. You begin to understand people in a way they don't even understand themselves, and that gives you an incredible advantage in every aspect of life. Listening allows you to learn faster than others. Every conversation, every interaction is an opportunity to gain knowledge, to see things from a new perspective, to gather information that will help you make better decisions. The person who listens the most learns the most, and the person who learns the most wins. When you speak, you are only repeating what you already know, but when you listen, you are adding to your understanding. This is why the most successful people, whether in business or life, are often the quietest in the room. They are not in a rush to prove themselves. They are gathering information, reading the energy, and waiting for the right moment to speak with impact. Another powerful aspect of listening is how it builds trust. People are naturally drawn to those who make them feel heard and understood. When you genuinely listen to someone, when you show that you are present, engaged, and not just waiting for your turn to talk, you create a connection that is rare. People open up to you. They respect you. They want to be around you because you make them feel valued. And in a world where everyone is trying to be heard, the person who listens is the one who stands out the most. The ability to listen is what separates those who struggle from those who thrive. It is what allows you to move with intelligence instead of impulse, to act with wisdom instead of emotion. The more you listen, the more you see, and the more effortlessly success comes to you. So here's what I want you to take away from this. True power, true mastery, and true success don't come from making the most noise. They don't come from reacting to everything, forcing results, or proving yourself with words. They come from stillness, from patience, from the ability to listen, observe, and act only when the moment is right. When you learn to stay silent, you gain control over your energy, your thoughts, and your actions. You stop chasing and start attracting. You stop reacting and start responding with wisdom. You stop forcing and start allowing. And when you do that, everything you've been working for, everything you've been striving for, will begin to come to you naturally. So I challenge you, step back, embrace the silence, and trust the process. You don't need to prove yourself with words. You don't need to rush. You don't need to fight for every opportunity. Just be still, be aware, and let life unfold. Because when you master silence, you don't chase success. Success finds you.